Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 34 of the regular season, where the Astros lose 5-1 to the Milwaukee Brewers in the first game of the series. No funny little intro, because there is not much to say about this game. The two major points that I really want to hit on as we talk about this. Number one, the Ronel Blanco honeymoon is over. He's not been good enough recently. It is a rough start to the season. I know he rebounded after a rough start to this game. And that should be, hey, a couple of times now, he's given up 4 or 5 or 3 runs early in a game, and he's been able to, after that, calm it down. That's really good, except for when the offense does nothing. And a few of those times, the offense has still done something, and it hasn't really mattered, because if the bullpen gives up 2, but your starter goes 5 innings, but in the first it's 5-0, those 2 runs from the bullpen in 4 innings of work is massive. I'm not upset about... I am more upset about the offense, and we're going to come back to that, but the Ronel Blanco thing... He's no longer a upstart rookie with a really cool story. He is now expected to be good pitcher and needs to start performing better. The start to his season so far has just been unacceptable, and it really needs to start picking up. I'm rooting for him. I like him. I still think there's a lot of upside. But this was the, all right, time to turn it on. Now we are past it. The offense, on the other hand... has completely reverted, in my opinion, on some of the things that I said they were doing the very best. My biggest praise for the early part of the season was, oh my god, they're eating away at people. They're bringing so many pitches. They're walking, and they're getting the OBP numbers looking great. Besmirch my little heart. They're doing all the things that you're supposed to do, mainly being they're eating away at pitchers, and they're forcing a bunch of walks. As of late, they are not doing that. It is quick at-bats, it is quick groundouts, or in some cases, strikeouts. It was not a strikeout-heavy game tonight for the Astros, on account that they only struck out 6 times. That's a positive. Here's where the issue comes in. In the past 4 games combined, the Astros have drawn 6 walks. And if I'm not mistaken, 3 of those are by the same person named Jake Myers. It might be a 4th one. I know at least 3 of them are. That's really bad when one dude has half of your walks over a 4-game period, and guess what? He has not walked 12 times. They are not disciplined. They are swinging at everything. That's the bigger thing also, is it's not just that they're striking out on pitches where they're trying to be disciplined. They are whiffing at air a lot of these times. If I'm not mistaken, yesterday in, 4 innings, I understand the Astros at that point had put some runs on the board, and that's great, but the second 2 were not off of their starter. I want to say Chicago's starter yesterday had 10 or 11 swings and misses through barely 4 innings. They are not disciplined right now. They are swinging at everything, and they really shouldn't be. That's my bigger concern with the team. Concern might be the wrong word. My bigger complaint. Last season at this time, the Astros were 4 or 5 games under 500, and they had no light ahead of them. They looked dead on arrival. This season, they're playing fine. They're being a above average team. They're playing okay. I have no massive complaints. It sounds, I know, wild on account that most of these videos are me picking apart little things because, their expected Wobacon isn't exactly where I'd like it to be at this point of the season, and everyone probably thinks to themselves, my god, have you seen grass? And that's a fair complaint. But the Astros have greatly improved from last year. I want to say they've improved by 5 or 6 wins on themselves from this time last year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but by god, at one point last year, I want to say they got to be 9-27? They've done a lot. They are looking a lot better. They should be happy. They should be calm. Or 9-17, something along those lines. Maybe 9-20. It was bad. They should feel good about themselves. I don't understand why they're gripping the bat so tight and swinging at anything that moves on the planet. The entirety of the team needs to breathe and understand they're in a significantly better spot this season. You can look at that, just overall win total. You can look at Pythagorean, which puts them, I think, 1 win behind the Mariners right now in expected wins and losses from runs scored and given up. They're fine. They're okay. They don't need to have this sense of panic like they did last year. And it's overall a 5-year, not 5-year, a 9-year window on account that they always start terrible maybe are 2-5 or 10-19 or whatever the hell over the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. They need to take a deep breath and understand that it's still early. They are still in a better position than they were last year. They are getting players healthy again. Jordan's on a 10-day IL. We're going to ignore that fact. They're fine. But by God, is it frustrating baseball to watch right now? Because not just from seasons past, but from this season, they're better than this. So, they look to rebound the series tomorrow evening. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. But as for right now, that is all I have to say. If you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.